All right, as you've heard there, from political parties, from analysts to Chester Williams, we continue to give you rolling coverage ahead of tonight's Sona address. In fact, we are getting more and more just feedback and reaction ahead of that Sona from various parts of the country. In fact, some Kimberley-based activists and organizations fighting against gender-based violence in Kimberley have also, in fact, in the Western Cape, have also given us their reaction, in fact, saying that more resources and implementation of policies are needed to fight the scourge. They expressed their hope, of course, that President Cyril Ramaphosa will spend some significant time during his State of the Nation address tonight to outline government's plans to curb what he has declared a pandemic against women and children. In fact, SABC News' reporter Neria, Hlakotsa, and video journalist Thapelo, Kgomotshwane are covering the story for us. Let's cross them live to them now. Neria, thank you so much for your time. Of course, this is an important part and hopefully will be addressed by the president during his speech tonight. Just talk to us about, what are some of the concerns on the ground, particularly as it speaks to GBV and femicide?
Good morning to you, Unati. Definitely the issue of gender-based violence and femicide remains an important aspect that people or residents here in Kimberley want to hear how the president will deal with. You do know that the stats are not really good, because even last year when the Minister of Police, Begikele, released the stats, it revealed that just between July and September, at least 800 women were killed and some 200 children were also killed. So those are high numbers. And activists on the ground maintain that this needs to change, and they want to hear how the president plans to change this scourge or this crisis. You do remember that the president in 2022 held the presidential summit on gender-based violence and femicide, and some of the issues were outlined there, and this brought forth the national strategic plan on gender-based violence and femicide. But one thing that feminists are saying, and one thing that activists on the grounds are saying, they need implementation. They need to see how far we are with regards to the national strategic plan. But right now, I'm joined by some of the activists here in Kimberley just to get a view from them in terms of what would make them happy tonight. Bobby, let's just speak about the president addressing the nation tonight. What are some of the issues that you want him to deal with?
Okay, thank you for giving me this chance. I am just sick and tired, number one. In fact, I am fed up now because this has been happening for so long. The president has powers. We want to see people getting what is rightfully theirs, as it is stated in the Constitution. So he has been promising, but nothing has been happening. So we just wish that now, after this Sona, everything will fall into place, because we've been waiting and waiting, but nothing is happening.
So you are saying you've been waiting and waiting. In terms of what? What are you not happy with? Because the president did speak about the national strategic plan and dealing with gender-based violence and the implementation of other laws to ensure that the country curbs the scourge. What is it that you're not exactly happy about?
Implementation, ma'am, in capital letters. I mean, they would just say this and do the other thing, which is not fair to the other people. We are dying, we are fed up, we are so scared, we can't even say what we want to say in our own homes. So let him just do what he has to do as a president, as he has the powers to do that.
Thank you so much for your time, Herbert. I'm going to bring Herbert Miller here, who's another activist here in Kimberley and is very vocal when it comes to the issues of gender-based violence. Herbert, you've been covering a lot of court cases, and you've seen how majority of them is either women are raped or children are killed. What would you want the president to touch on tonight when it comes to gender-based violence issues?
I want the president must start touching on the issue of bail, because seriously, when we are doing our groundwork, we will find out that the people that are being accused is not the first time or the second time that they have been accused of rape or sexual assault or murder, our women and children. So it's a big problem for us when we are in court seeing families are pleading for justice, then still the magistrates up until today are still being granting those people bail, and we feel that is unfair, because at least it's a Schedule 6 cases like that, and we need to deal with it. When we say we want to make sure that this pandemic must not spread, and it's something that the president must address as immediate as effect. It's an urgent matter. It's so urgent it should have been addressed last year, and they must make it a legislature whereby you've been accused of rape, murder, or sexual assault, or violence against women and children. No bail must be granted until proven you're innocent, till till the end of the cases. But for now, we are dealing with people that are standing in courts and still believe that they can apply for bail. And tomorrow, that person will be accused again. Once he gets out, he's doing the same thing. So it's something that our president needs to take serious.
Those are the views there on the ground from activists who usually deal with these cases relating to gender-based violence. The president did indicate last year, I must say, that they are planning to deploy police officers across the country. And since then, we've seen the deployment of some 10,000 police officers. This was, according to the president, in an effort to create safer communities. But we will hear this evening what are some of his plans going forward and what the government has basically implemented since last year's State of the Nation address.
All right. Thank you so much, Neria, for us. Of course, Neria coming to us there from the Northern Cape in Kimberley, where GBV activists are also just giving us their views in terms of what they expect to hear from the president tonight.